Oh, good evening and welcome to Stavros'S preview for the weekend racing. Before I get to that, just a quick review of Wednesday. Obviously, hosting was a big win in the last. It drifted right out, opened up at 550. Um, I'd backed it at 650 the day before, and all it did was drift, as is my norm with things like that. Keep pushing them out, I'll keep putting it on. Finished up having another three bets on it: 650, 750, and then 850. So quite happy to do that. It was a good ride to get it home because it defied the pattern for the day. Aero, Win and Cohiba, both of those settled at the back of the field. Virtually had no hope against the tempo. Didn't even bother to ride them out. So won't can them on that. Probably the worst ride of the day was on Al's Pride, which managed to get on at massive odds. Went forward, 5 wide, attacking the lead to the turn, took the front, looked a decent chance at the 200, and then obviously the early effort told. Half pie decent run in transit. This probably gets the money for us at a big price. The worst thing, of course, it's hung on and run fourth. They've only got it in the last 50 yards. We're not going to see 33s about this next start, but we will be following this one up from a decent marble. Scrap and Dippity goes exactly there, straight in the scrap heap. It's a crab, and Do Tell had enough of it. That's if these two win at their next runs, they'll be winning without any of my money. But now we get to Saturday. Now there's a couple of interesting races at Caulfield by virtue of the fact that I don't like the favourites. I think they've got some knocks on them. We go to Caulfield Race 7. The first three in the betting: Pakal, Mr. O'Kieran, and Kesapur. Don't like any of those, so went fishing for a bit of value, and I think I found some. Pelicano, massive run first up. Steps up to 1700. That's not going to hold any fears for it. Good to dead track, perfect. Craig Williams, no problem there. And McAvoy's in a little bit of form at the moment. So we tick a lot of boxes there. At 14 to 1, was very happy to jump on it. The Cleaner. Now, I'm assuming this is going to get the front. Obviously, Spacecraft's there. It likes to lead, but I don't think it'll go with this. This was absolutely murdered last start by a powerless apprentice. He's a complete log. Got it out to a massive lead, stayed in the wrong part of the track, absolutely butchered it. They go back to Maskell. That's much better. 12 to 1, happy to add it into the mix. Now, the other two that I've plonked in here are number 12, Chasse, and number 16, Zabisco. Now, these are both at $51. To me, that's massive overs, both of them, and happy to be on these four horses in the race. As I say, race 7, Caulfield, number 10 from 9, 16, and 12. We then go to Caulfield race 8. Now, obviously, Atlantic Jewel, high order horse, trialled well, track work's been good. Don't want to be on an even money pop. Happy to bet around it. I'm going to go for 3 in this to beat it, actually, all at big prices. The Jeeb, it's going to go to the front, I think. Doesn't appear to be a lot of speed here, and obviously there's a lot of staying type horses resuming here. They let it alone in front. Never know, may nick off and be hard to run down. $34 to me was just a ludicrous price. Stepped into it. Now the other two, Lucky Grey and Happy Trails, they've got the advantage of already having had a run. Lucky Grey, they backed this first up. I don't know why they keep having a lash. This is the second time people have had a lash at this one on a wet track. It's not a wet tracker, and it floundered down the straight. 1400, dry track, that's its go. And quite happy to be on this at $21. And the other one is Happy Trails. This is another one. This should have won by panels of fencing first up. The slow track was against it, missed the kick, found all sorts of trouble in the straight. He was zigzagging, and then he ran it up the arse of a couple, got beaten 2 lengths. Dry track, good to dead. Happy to be on it at the 14s. I think it's a done deal. As I've always said, overrated for me. and quite happy to bet around the even money favourite. From there, I'll go to Hastings in New Zealand in the Group 1 race there. Now, the track's probably going to be slow heavy. Postman's Daughter, we got the money with this last start at 25 to 1. I'm going to tumble into it again at $21. I backed it this morning. I think this is big overs. Tuesday, a fantastic piece of track work where it reeled off its last 200, breaking 11. This is at the top of its game, this horse. Happy to be on it at the big price. Hastings, race 8, number 7, Postman's Daughter. We then go to Rose Hill, race 7, Breakfast in Bed. Now, this was very, very unlucky last start. Got blocked for a run all the way down the straight. He had nowhere to go. Barrier 1 and McAvoy, not sure whether that's any great favour, but at $14, I'm happy to be on it. Rose Hill, race 7, number 11. I think it's over the odds. And Rose Hill, race 8, another good race where I think there's a little bit of value. I think number 13, Hathras. It had track work leading into the first up run was good. Then it found a bit of trouble. Track work since has been terrific. At $14, I think that's over the odds, and I'm happy to have a lash at it. I think there's a bit of value there on the weekend with a couple of weak favourites. We're a week and a half out from Hong Kong, so we're getting close there to our start. The Spring Attack, I had a few emails from some people in Sydney saying, well, why haven't you included some of the better races that during that time in Sydney? I'm going to review that, and probably we will add in maybe Epsom Day and something else if there's a Metropolitan Day, if they bet a decent program. It's the field size that normally lets them down there, but on those carnival days, there's a good chance. So at the moment, we've touted 7 good days. It might be 8, it might be 9. We're never going to let an opportunity go by. If we think that there's a meeting that it's worth betting in, we will bet. Obviously, New Zealand, they run Kilt Day. That's a massive day. We might even be able to steal something from over there. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Good luck on the weekend. Hope you have some joy and continued success always.